Hello and welcome to the TOA16 studio. My name is Lisa Lang. I'm the founder of ElektroCouture, and I'm going to talk with the fabulous Cindy Gallop. And we are going to talk about sex tech. Cindy, I loved your talk. There are like so many fantastic quotes. But there was especially one thing I found really interesting. It's like your point about that product designers, like how to design a bed, how to design an automobile. Nobody thinks about actually that people have sex in there. Does that mean, do we have to do sex lessons during their education now to change the products?
Where that point comes from, Lisa, is that my background is brand building, marketing and advertising. So completely separate to the work that I do in sex tech with Make Love Not Porn. I've been campaigning for years for my industry and for brand marketers to get over this ridiculous scenario where in the world of advertising, selling brands and products is all about consumer insight, understanding human psychology, researching deeply into people's attitudes, motivations, behaviors. And so we do all of that in enormous depth for our clients, except in this one area of universal consumer experience. And so I've been campaigning for that for a couple of reasons. The first is that I campaign generally for more authentic, honest portrayals of sex in popular culture as a whole, in movies and television, and advertising is a very influential part of popular culture. But I also campaign about it because brands and businesses are missing out on a huge business opportunity when, because we're so narrow-minded about sex, they refuse to even think about the fact that this is what is actually happening. As I said, to the TOA audience today, at the most fundamental level, people have sex in bed, and yet the mattress industry focuses all of its R&D and technology on sleep. How ridiculous is that? And so I'm just trying to open up people's minds to the fact that not only do you help your own business, you are also doing a world of social good when you help consumers normalize and feel less ashamed and embarrassed about this aspect of our lives that all of us enjoy.
So how would a car look like if it would be designed also to cater for sex in the car?
Well, obviously, I'm not an auto designer, but I would love for a start, incidentally, I would love more auto designers to be female. Okay, right. Because completely separate to the sex dimension, for example, right now in the US, more women hold driver's licenses than men. That's been the case for several years. More women are driving in the US than men. In the all-important millennial new car buying market, where it's important because car mark preferences are set for life with your first new car, 53% of all new car buyers are women. Yet who is the automotive industry targeting their dealerships, their design, their marketing at? And so I would love to see more auto designers be female. And then within that, I would love to see them thinking, how could we make sure that if you wanted to extend yourself across the front seat, the gear shift did not get in the way? I'm not the expert, they are, but I would love to see that factored in, and I would love to see that factored into marketing as well, because this is a very serious point. People have had sex in cars since cars were invented, but people particularly have sex in cars in markets where culturally young people live with their parents until they leave home to get married, where culturally premarital sex is frowned upon, where culturally families live together so that even husbands and wives do not have private space in which to be intimate. Those are all very good business reasons for automotive manufacturers to redesign cars around making them more comfortable and more pleasant and easier to have sex in.
I very much like the point is like there's a very straight business reason why you do that, and not only because like for marketing reasons and stuff like that, but also especially in the automotive industries is there's not a lot of women. We have the same issue in the technology industry. So like we are now on the point with #sex tech. So what are you looking for and how are you using technology in your field to help you to spread the good world around sex?
Obviously, I'm doing that with my own sex tech venture, Make Love Not Porn. My startup is a manifestation of my own philosophies and beliefs. One of my philosophies is communication through demonstration. There is way too much talking in this world and too little doing, and I'm all about doing. So I don't write blog posts. You know, I don't talk about the need to do all of this. I just do it. And so Make Love Not Porn is social sex. Because when we socialize sex, when we make it as socially acceptable and therefore as socially shareable as anything else we share on social media, that's when we normalize sex and we take the shame and embarrassment out of it. And right now, unfortunately, we are in a tech world that is going backwards. I want to build Make Love Not Porn out to embrace a broader definition of real-world sex. I need the funding to do this. But what I mean by that is we want to build out a component of our platform where we can welcome broader definitions, for example, celebrations of body positivity, of any form of sexual self-expression. And that is where you can come and post whatever you want to share socially when you have had your Facebook account shut down, you've been kicked off Instagram, you've had your Tumblr account blocked, because all you did was celebrate the fact that you are a sexual being. Maybe all you did was you posted a photograph of yourself breastfeeding your baby. Where we all came from, the way we all fed, you're not allowed to post that photo on Facebook. That is utterly ridiculous, and it doesn't help us in a world where, as I said on the TOA stage, you know, 8-year-old children are stumbling across porn online. We have to open up all of this in order to help the world be more open and healthy around sex. And so if the other social platforms will not do that, Make Love Not Porn will be the place where you can go to self-identify and self-express sexually in a completely normal, open, healthy, and socially shareable way.
At what point is your work done? When are you think like, okay, this is, on which point do you want to go? Just quickly.
The end point for Make Love Not Porn, very big goal, it'll take a long time, but we'll know we've achieved our social mission when nobody ever again has to feel ashamed or embarrassed about having a naked photograph or a sex tape of themselves posted on the internet, because it's simply just a natural human part of who we all are. When you take the shame and embarrassment out of sex, you completely defuse revenge porn and you defuse many other things with the potential to make human lives very unhappy.
Cindy, thank you so much.
It's a pleasure.
Thank you for joining us at TOA16, and have lots of fun and see you next time.